Good morning. My name is Larry Ryan and I'm with Sunset RV in Fife, Washington. And this morning we're going to talk a little bit about the Tracer travel trailer. It's manufactured by Primetime RV, which is a subsidiary of Forest River. The big thing about that is that Forest River is owned by Berkshire Hathaway, which is a very well-heeled company, meaning to you they have the availability of parts and service for many years to come. This is our Tracer travel trailer. It's the executive touring series, and the biggest thing about these to begin with is just the fact that they have great appearance. When you're going down the road, it looks very good. Looks nice in your yard as well. If we start here at the front, the executive series has a power module for lifting your unit to for your hookup for your automobile. LP tanks are here, easily accessible, and then there's lighting out here for when you get to the campgrounds. If it happens to be early and or late in the dark, you have the availability to see. I think some of the things in the front that are important, that are little bitty things, is that this protection right here is minimal cost, but it makes a lot of difference in gravel and rocks and chips in your trailer. You want to keep it looking nice. This cap is aerodynamic as well, and it also gives the trailer a less square look, and that's another thing about appearance. It's important that your trailer looks good. When we walk down the side, I think one of the biggest things is how this unit is constructed. That's what you pay for. You need to get your dollar's worth. So if we look through in our pass-through, which is part of the storage, which everybody needs a lot of, some of the things that really come to mind are the thickness of the door, the fact that we have metal latches, and metal latches last a long time. You can see your construction up underneath as far as the aluminum is concerned. Could you pan in here for me, please? Aluminum gives you rigidity, it gives you strength, and it gives you flexibility, and that's really important. You'll notice in here that the linoleum goes the full length of the trailer, and that's because it's part of the insulation factor. The R factor in this floor is 14, and 14 is very good for this area. It's real important that you have insulation properties so that you can keep your cool and your heat in. The other thing that I think is real important is that the seals on all of our pass-throughs are automotive quality, and what that means is that it keeps the dampness out and it keeps the dust out. And here, as opposed to latches, we have magnets. Most of those latches you'll see laying around your campsite because people pull them down and then they're useless after that. So magnetic gets everything out of the way. Once again, steel latches, very nice. The outside of this trailer is color infused, and what that means is that they build the color right into the fiberglass. So for minor scuffs and abrasions, the color stays true and they're much easier to repair. Speaking of the walls, these walls are built in a particular way, much different than most manufacturers. And what they do is they layer and glue and layer and glue. Most manufacturers roll. They layer, glue, and roll. That's how they spread their glue. This is in a vacuum seal, much like a seal-a-meal, if you will, where you put it into a vacuum setup, and 250 pounds of pressure spreads all of that glue through all of those layers to make sure that they can control the density of your walls. When they control the density of the walls, that means every through hole for your doors and for your windows is truer, and it gives you a better seal, better for insulation, better for longevity. These trailers are genuinely built to last. The other thing they do on the walls that's a little bit different, I think, as well, is that in those layers they put steel backing plates in these walls. Those steel backing plates are set in motion for everything that's interior-wise to be screwed, not into wood or into fiberglass, but into steel backing plates. No staples, no nails. If we run down the side, one of the great features from the Tracer line is a power awning. Push the button, awning out, push the button, awning in, no tools, none of that. Great feature. Saves you a little bit of time, but it's also extremely convenient. Most everything in all travel trailers these days is put to the outside so you have accessibility to it. Tracer is no different in that regard, so that your heater system and your access to your refrigerator and your access to your electrical and your batteries, everything that's important to you is very easy to get to, and that's a big part of the design of this. Outside speakers for entertainment, and we all know that when we're camping, as a general rule of thumb, we're going to be outside unless we're in the winter time. So your entertainment outside is really big. Those are waterproof as well. 2 doors in the 2640 model. This is a rear living, so you're going to end up with some chairs and a big window and a lot of light. One of the things that Tracer is really famous for is getting a lot of light inside of their travel trailers, and that makes you feel much roomier. If we swing around to the back here, a lot of our models have this apparatus, and this is set in motion to mount a barbecue, and that barbecue comes with the trailer inside the purchase price. They have also ran hoses so that you have LP access here so that your barbecue is easily hooked up, and once again you're spending your time outside under the awning barbecuing. Big windows in the back. Hard, same as the walls. Most of your manufacturers build this wall cheaper than they build these walls. This wall and this wall are of the same manufacturing process and the same materials. The other thing is most manufacturers cut corners on your slides, and these slides are of the same material and the same manufacturing process and are actually walk-on slides. Insulation factor for the walls is R11, which is big for this area because we have a lot of weather changes from summer to fall to we have all 4 seasons. Here's the big thing about the roof on the Tracer. It is built with 5-inch trusses on 16-inch centers, just like your house. And the reason you do that in this area is because these things need to breathe. There's too much moisture in the air. So the insulation is different and the construction is different. It's also a walk-on roof. If you put any kind of metal in your roof, metal has a tendency to attract condensation, and so you have water up in your roof. This is a breathable roof. The way that the aluminum is set in the walls is it's end caps, and then it's encapsulated so it doesn't draw moisture. If we walk around this side, spare tire, always important. You hope you never use it. Once again, your slide is the same sidewall and the same roof as all of your construction. We can actually walk on this as well as we have a walk-on roof. This cable is very unusual for a travel trailer in that most travel trailers, they try to cheapen up a little bit to make them less costly and a little bit lighter. These are light by way of the materials that they use, but they don't cut corners on construction, and this is set in motion to keep your slide going in and out true. One of the 3 things that happen in travel trailers is electric, sewer or septic, the problems that you have, and your slide gets into a bind. And this is set in motion to keep it going in and out the way it's supposed to go for many years of life. The other thing that most travel trailers do is they put their wheels together. Ours are separate on a different suspension system. It is set in motion to go into a hole, out of a hole, into a hole, out of a hole, like an independent suspension. It keeps your trailer from getting hammered all the time. Set in motion for longevity. Your floor has so many layers in it in order to get the R factor, which is the insulation property. Your last layer, this is how thoughtful they are, is to keep wetness out, the moist out, but it's also vermin proof. Many of the time you see these stored where they have squirrels and rats and mice in them. They don't particularly care for the taste of that final sheet. So that's important. Follow me through. This is the other piece to your pass-through, and your storage passes all the way through and up under your bed. One of the most important things that happens in any of these travel trailers is they cut corners by putting things to the exterior. Your center here for your water, your cable, your flushing your tanks is all sealed in here in a very heavy plastic container. What that does for you is it gives you access, number one, to everything at one shot, but it also protects it. And then there is a light up here that you can turn on when the weather is a little colder, and that keeps it warm in there as well. So most of the time you find this sort of thing on high dollar fifth wheels, and in our particular case we have it on our introductory travel trailer line. Once again, steel latches, thick doors, automotive quality sealing, and magnets as opposed to. So that kind of concludes what we've done on the outside. Come on inside, we'll take a peek. Tracer has thought of a whole bunch of things from the outside in. This step is a natural step. A lot of the people that we sell travel trailers to and motorhomes are a little bit older, and they don't want to have to take that big step. So this is a natural step. The other way that other travel trailer manufacturers cheapen things up is that they put their steps, they hook their steps to the floor. These are hooked to the frame, so you're never going to have any issues with them falling off. Please come in. Little touches, central vacuum. Don't have to pack any vacuum with you, it's already built in. They use genuine mattresses. Most of our people, when they buy a travel trailer or a motorhome, they go buy a new mattress because the mattress isn't adequate. This is an adequate mattress that you can sleep on for a long time. Storage is huge, as well as materials used. And these materials used are genuine wood with genuine wood overlay. And the reason that they overlay that back part of that cabinet is so that if there ever is an issue with scratches or water damage, they can replace it and have the same color. This is your bedroom feature, which is closed off by a pocket door and gives you access to your bathroom. In here we already have two travel trailers. If you would zip around, travel trailers with the big showers are kind of rare, and we are finding that people enjoy that shower a great deal because it's something they do once a day. As well as now you have double access to your bathroom, so if you have company on this side and you're staying on the other side, each of you have access to the bathroom without disturbing the other. Bigger refrigerators, 8 cubic feet. Anytime you go camping, fact of the matter is you never have enough room for food. This will have enough room for food. Solid ceiling, and that solid ceiling doesn't sound like it means much, but it eliminates a lot of the trim. Their cabinets fit absolutely perfect, and once again are screwed into steel backing plates. One-piece molded counters. Comes with 2 salespeople. They don't eat much. This is a rear lounge setup, and one of the biggest things in camper trailers ever is the quality of materials that they use for their furnishings. They spared no expense in this because these are the things that get wear and tear on a continual basis. Venting in your roof, anytime you have a dead airspace, you're able to hold in the heat and the cool a little bit better. Once again, Tracer travel trailers are noted for their windows and how they are positioned, and they bring light into the unit. Drawers, 18-inch pulls, ball bearing. They're meant to be used. They're also constructed in a 5-ply. Anytime you can layer things together, once again, you can control the density of it and how long it's going to last by way of making it strong. You can actually put things in each one of these drawers all the way to the back and feel comfortable with not having any damage. In conclusion, thank you so much for your time. Larry Ryan, 253-861-1929.